Good morning. We're doing an unboxing today. We have System Gateway, the Remastered Edition, compatible with Netrunner from Null Signal Games. So, on the back we have a little description of the setting and the contents, some copyright notices, a UPC symbol. On the top we have the Null Signal Games logo. And yeah, let's crack it open. Alright, so the same setting description from the back of the box. Little description of Null Signal Games, the fan-run non-profit that currently releases card sets compatible with Netrunner. You can see the card backs, a lot of corporate cards, a lot of runner cards. And on the other side here, this is the front. Here we have the cover artwork, a little introduction, and a QR code that takes you to the Learn to Play guide. Here we have our click trackers, double-sided. We've got the runner and we've got the core basic actions listed, along with a little set of markers that you can place your token on to show which click you are currently on. We've got a little tree here that shows you all the steps to making a run. And we have an identity here. This is going to be the runner's identity. It's the natural that you only use for the starter game. And then we have the runner cards. We've got some events. Some of these I recognize being reprinted from the old Fantasy Flight game. Some of these are original to Null Signal Games and their sets. And we've got a nice mix here between Anarch, Shaper, and Criminal, along with a fair smattering of neutral cards. So this is going to be the introduction tutorial deck for the runner. And here we have a generic corporate identity for their starter deck, the Syndicate. We've got our agendas. And like with the runner deck, we're getting a fair smattering of cards from across the different factions. Plenty of ice, agendas, some operations here. Another one reprinted from the old Fantasy Flight sets, Hedge Fund. And then the stop here warning. I think the idea is you're just going to use these two decks here, the Catalyst and the Syndicate, in their cut down form, to begin playing the game and learn the rules. Yeah, so this is an expansion for these two starter decks. You add 10 cards to each one, and that gives you a fuller picture of what the game entails. So if we look at some of these events here, we get some more complicated mechanics. We get viruses. We get tagging. So we get some nice fun NBN cards to go with that. Ah, nice. Little Wayland NBN synergy right there. And then we have another stop here warning card. So the cards from this point on are all for deck building. So we've got a listing right here of all the starter deck cards, so you can put that right back together. And we have a little guide to deck building, the different factions, agendas, some special rules that don't come up necessarily with the starter deck, but that are important to know when you're deck building. And we have some proper identities here. We've got want to say Archimont for the Anarchs, Wildcat Strike, Carnivore. Okay, it's divided by factions. We've got a bunch of Anarch cards. We've got a bunch of criminal cards, along with an identity for them. Shaper should be up next. Nice. Some neutral cards, including, I think, an AI Icebreaker? Yeah. This one is included in the starter deck also, I believe. And then we have our corporate identities. Has Bioroid, some faction cards for them. Yeah, we're seeing some of the cards that are also in the starter decks. I think the idea is to give you a full play set of 3 cards of every card included in this box. Jinteki Identity, NBN, Wayland Consortium, and some neutrals. Alright, so that's what you get with the System Gateway box. Thanks for joining me, and happy Pride.